chair so far away, I know. Tell me about it. Twice my size.
All right, going questions for Spencer. Did you actually teach him that tilt?
Tony? Well, I didn't like specifically work with him on it, but because I don't know how I would even be able to do that. He's so big, but I definitely talked to him about it, and I was a little worried about him hitting it, to be honest, just because I know he's never like really hit it in a match before. I know he's definitely hit it in practice, but it was pretty cool. So I got pretty pumped. So if you saw my reaction, the whole team turned and looked at me, and I was like, "Yes, heavyweight turn." So it's pretty cool.
Do you see that bar arm tilt kind of feel like there's a lot more guys in the lineup who are, if not using it, at least looking for it, right? Like him, Tony, I know Rio's got a series of tilts.
Yeah, well, the thing about reels, I think he'd been doing that since he was younger, so I think that was just part of his routine, part of his style as well. So I think it definitely just looks like because it's similar to what I do, but I mean it's not a complicated move. It's pretty basic. I learned that when I was like 9 years old, so I think he just kind of had that already going for him. But I do like seeing guys trying different turns because, like I said, when I tell the guys, one turn changes the whole course of a match for sure. The match is a lot different when it's 6-0 versus 2-0 going to the second period, right? In my head, if I'm up 6-0, there's not any chance in the world that I'm going to lose the match in any world because how's he going to score 6 points on me without me scoring any back? So that's just kind of where your brain's got to go. And, takedown transitions is how you win wrestling matches, in my opinion. So I'm glad to see guys, focusing a little bit more on that. I know we've always been focusing on that, but I like seeing it, come to fruition. So.
It's a move that a lot of people know, but what do you do that makes it so effective for you?
Yeah, see, but I can't really answer that question just because I don't really think I do anything, you know, fancy or specific. Every time I go to I haven't done a camp in like 5 years, but when I did do one, I remember the dads come up to me going, "We already show our kids this. Show us what you do." I'm like, "This is what I do. I don't really know what you're talking about." They thought I was like hiding something from them. It's just I don't think I do anything special. I just I wrestle hard to the position. A lot of guys I think focus on their feet and they wrestle really hard on their feet. I wrestle just as hard on top and on bottom. Three position wrestler rather than just kind of trying to ride or I don't ride. I try and turn. So I think putting more emphasis in the turn might help people maybe. But so
Tom, before you came in, said Spencer, he's one of the best. He's wrestling now better than he ever has. Why is he right?
is that what he said? I'm wrestling better now than okay.
You're at your best, right?
Awesome. Well, I'm glad to hear that. I'm always gonna be hard on myself, so I always think I have a lot of room to improve, and hopefully I continue improving throughout the season and feeling better than ever. So that's kind of the goal for me is to keep feeling good and keep scoring points and trying to get off the mat as fast as possible. If that's the thing I can do, if not, then I got to wrestle 7 minutes and more if needed, just like we always say. So
6 pins in a row, that's a career high, right, in terms of streak.
I guess.
Is there such thing as like feeling it improve in wrestling?
I don't really think that's really a thing because it's such a long time frame in between matches. You got 5 days minimum usually, or sometimes 4, and then 6 to 7 days. I don't think there's not really a groove. I don't think, but I don't think I mean, it might help, I guess, but I don't really care. For me, it's one match at a time, and once that match is over, then you focus on the next match, and you just keep going out there and go out there and do what you do best, and wrestle hard and wrestle smart, and stay in good position. And if pins come, then you take them. And like I said in a previous interview, if you get a guy in a position to put him away, you got to put him away. So.
Same, sorry if you've been asked before, but do you like wrestling Derek Carver or as a villain on the road?
No, I love wrestling in Carver more than anything. It's different when you're in an arena. I don't really feel like a villain when I'm in other arenas. I don't think I've ever had like people boo at me or anything, except maybe like the only time I've ever been booed was in my state tournament in high school. So I don't really think I've ever felt like a villain. I think a lot of fans are really kind to me, and they're always, no matter what colors they're wearing, they're always come up to me and shaking my hand and whatnot. So, but it's just different when you're in an arena and you got the obviously, like I always say, we have the best fans in the world and they're super passionate, and it's different feeling when you're defending your home turf than when you're going somewhere else. And it obviously comfortability as well, just being within your own place and knowing your own stuff is just awesome. I would love to wrestle every match if I could. So.
Yeah, you won a national title at ACLs, which still a bad movie, but compensate for your lack of maybe mobility then? And what did you learn? And how do you apply it to the future? Because you probably learned something like, I can't do it this way, so I have to do it this way to win these matches. And then how does that help you maybe in the future now that you know?
Yeah, well, that was the kind of the, if you want to say, fun part of it, was kind of learning how to re-wrestle, I guess you could say, because there was a lot of things that I couldn't do that I wanted to do, or there's things that I would do and then it wouldn't work out because it would just kind of fail, I guess you could say. And so it was just like a learning experience for me, kind of, learning how to wrestle in positions that I don't like getting into, and when you can't do the things that you're used to doing was kind of like the hard part about it. But it was also the fun part about it, like I said. So it definitely showed me as a wrestler that you can learn to adapt and change your style anytime in your career. It doesn't matter, but you can continue to improve in those positions even without being able to do things that you were able to do before. And you can learn more about yourself when things are you have inabilities that come to yourself to your fruition, and then see how tough you really are, I guess. So
There've been, you're in kind of a golden age of Iowa athletics here. With
yeah,
superstars, including yourself, but Caitlin Clark,
Garza, yeah,
yeah, Keegan Murray, Tristan Wirfs, and you had a fun little.
yeah, I love Warps.
What was? Did you have many relationships with any of those? Did you guys talk to each other?
Oh yeah, I mean I've talked to all of those. Any athlete, like I've always said, if you're an athlete at the University of Iowa and you're successful, I'm gonna know who you are because I follow Iowa athletics. I bleed black and gold. I'm gonna make sure I know that what you're doing is appreciated, and that you know good athletes should come here. And I want the best athletes in the world to come to the University of Iowa in every sport, not just wrestling. And it's been awesome seeing these athletes. How many national players of the year have we had in different sports? I mean, track. I mean, we got some superstars there. It's just been amazing. Like Genoa, he's an animal. Hopefully he's a national champ this year. I mean, we got guys, and we got people. I want to see more national titles come to this university, and we got national players of the year. Now we got to get some national titles out of the sports as well. So, I love talking to them, seeing how they do, how they train, how they adapt to being at the University of Iowa, coming from all over the country, and it's just been exciting being a part of because my freshman year, I don't think we really had. As good of a programs as we had now, like to the degree we have. It's unbelievable, the growth we've had in the 5-6 years that I've been here, the long time I've been here. So it's been cool, like Lala Tsag, I remember her winning her national title. That was really fun for me, just seeing someone else win. Just like seeing the athletes at the University of Iowa succeed, it's been really fun. And they're good.
Watching the matches and looking up and down, hitting Crony, hitting the Augustino, it's almost like the ranking, the number next to their name doesn't even matter.
Well, it doesn't.
Does it truly not matter at all, or do you get more motivated seeing?
No, it doesn't matter because rankings don't mean anything in the grand scheme of things. It's just a number that people put to try and hype up matches. Because at the end of the day, when two people walk out of the middle of the mat, you're both 0-0, and the ref blows the whistle. It's a 7-minute match, and it's a fight. So it doesn't matter if the guy's number one in the country or if he's from a different country. It doesn't matter. I don't care. Because at the end of the day, you have to go out there and you got to do your job. So might make some people more nervous, might make me more nervous even as well. It doesn't matter. But I get pretty dang nervous for every match, no matter who it is. It doesn't matter if they're Olympic champion or if they're a first-time wrestler in college wrestling. I don't care. I'm going to be super nervous. I'm going to get ready for it like it's the biggest match in the world, because it's the next one.
You pass that down, or is that something that's up here, like it helps you up here when you're wrestling number 1, number 25, number 100, and it actually helps you get those pins?
Well, I mean, to me, it's just wrestle every position. So, like I said, I mean, I don't really have much of an answer for that, because to me, it doesn't matter who it is. I'm going to wrestle the position to score points and try and just improve my position. That's the only thing I'm thinking about in the middle of the mat, is just improving position and putting points on the board. So.
You mentioned that you go to other arenas and you don't really play the villain, unlike your predecessor, who did, not to go into it. Caitlin Clark's kind of the same way, where she goes to arenas and there are girls playing her, no matter where she's at, although the fans probably get into it a little bit.
Well, yeah, hecklers happen.
Yeah. Do you guys talk much, or do you go to women's basketball games? Do you see?
I go to at least one sporting event of every sport on the University of Iowa. The only one I've never been to is rowing, just because I don't really know how to go to a rowing event, because I don't think we have a river we go to. So I've certainly watched them compete, but I've never been to one. That's the only sport I haven't been to. But other than that, I go to every game. I try and talk to all of them. I might not be like best friends with all of the athletes just because of my nature. I'm kind of a lone wolf. But other than that, I try and see how they're all doing and try to be a fan of them as well. So.
I know, like, the superstar factor, that maybe you guys were in rock star factor, when you go to the arena, the whole place is buzzing, kind of the same thing with Caitlin. I didn't know if you kind of commiserate or discuss what you guys go through. Now you're in an NIL period.
No, we've never talked kind of like about that. It's usually just kind of like hyping each other up, just because it's awesome seeing her do what she's doing, and we're both trying to be the best in our sports. So that's pretty much the best that we're trying to do, right? So
All right.
yeah,
Sounds good.
thanks.
Thank you, Spencer.
Yeah, appreciate it.